FA Cup final. FA Cup final. Honestly, wow. Liverpool were brilliant first half, and they're actually quite good second. And that's why, there's going to be a lot of people who do give it the big one about X, Y, or Z. City do pull themselves back round, but it's a goal immediately after half time, and it's a goal in injury time. I'm made up with the Reds. They went there with a real sense of purpose. They were the business, I thought.
Yeah, I think so too. 3-2 is a travesty. That's a 5-2 game. That Liverpool really, really good. If you look at it from a dispassionate point of view, you think City came in and imposed their game. They never imposed their game on us. At no stage whatsoever. For me, as the game went on, and maybe it's the luxury of being in front, it wasn't as much. Well, it was as much about reaching the FA Cup final. That's clearly crucial. It was also about putting down the marker, because the reckoning is coming. We know the reckoning is coming. and I thought last week, I thought, shit. The world has said which is the better team here. City edged Liverpool. City are the better team, and look at them in that first half last week. Liverpool are the better team, and they were the better team in a much stronger way than City were the better team last week.
They make those changes, but my view on it is, I don't give a shit about their changes. If we made the changes that they make, and then we get hammered first half, I'd be furious with us, and I wouldn't be thinking why have we made the change, or maybe I would be, but I'd also be wanting the players on the pitch to be better. I think Liverpool are just terrific. To be honest with you, I thought Sadio Mane was the business.
Yeah, and Liverpool picked their first team last week, right? It was the biggest game in our history at that moment in time. And we picked Jota and we picked Henderson. Two players who don't make the cut today. So let's not over-argue about De Bruyne-Walker situation. Of course, De Bruyne's very important. But maybe if he plays given the context of that weak City performance, maybe he overextends them. Maybe he gets run off the back off. Who knows? But Sadio Mane, yes. Sadio Mane is quietly, bit by bit, rebuilt a career that was in tatters by March last year. It was really poor.
It was never in tatters, though.
And I'm joking to a degree, but he'd fallen off a cliff. He'd only scored 13 the season before, I think. And last season he wasn't scoring. And in that final run-in, he quietly gets 4, I think, and finishes the season with a quasi-respectable 13 or 14 goals. This season, the first half of the season, it looked like Diaz could come in and replace him. But bit by bit, he's not in tackles. He's rebuilt his career. He literally, anybody watching from Mars says that's Liverpool's best player today, and the last 4 matches, by the way.
I think he's absolutely tremendous. He brings people into play. He's great with Diaz. He's great with Salah. He knows exactly where he is on the pitch. He's good with the midfielders. I thought him and Thiago were the standouts over the 90.
I think he was. I think Thiago had a very, very good game. I think Fabinho was incredible today. I thought Fabinho was very, very important to us, and quite frankly, we cannot not shout out for Konaté. Wow, that boy is so good. I mean, I've not re-examined the 2 City goals, but and somewhere along the line, the defender's going to look culpable. But generally, in the important phase of the game, which was us asserting ourselves in that game, I thought Konaté was incredible.
What I thought there was every knobhead beforehand, because everything's got to be about England coverage, and we were watching it on the BBC. And it was infuriating in loads of ways that everything's got to be about England. But there was this thing beforehand where they were trying to talk about Trent Alexander-Arnold's defending. Look at that, and talk about Trent Alexander-Arnold's defending. He was absolutely tremendous all game. And I don't give a fuck if he plays for England or not. I actually think there's an argument that England shouldn't pick him. And the reason why is because international football is not sophisticated or good enough to get the best out of Trent Alexander-Arnold. Not that Trent Alexander isn't good enough for international football, but I thought he was absolutely impeccable there in the end over the course of the game. And the big ball he plays for that third, where he plays that massive volley switch from one side of the pitch to the other, is just incredible.
Yeah, he got us on the pitch. And at all times, you never felt we were ever playing, pragmatically.
Yeah.
We were always playing our best, living our best lives. Even the last 5-10 minutes, we thought, for God's sake, running in the corners, we were still looking for number 4. He was very, very good. And at the end, you saw a ball, City were chucking balls down the line, hoping that they get in one, and Trent would slide in. He was, as I said, picking men of the match out there was really, really quite tough.
Really tough. Another one, big shout out, Naby Keita, brilliant first half. Second half,
what about him?
Yeah, first half was absolutely incredible. Second half, it got a little bit tougher for him, but that's absolutely fine. It's the way in which football matches go sometimes. Rob Gutman, Neil Atkinson in Portugal, absolutely delighted. We are up for the cup, and so are Liverpool.